Good morning, my friends. I hope you're doing well. Let's start with euro dollar. Well, we had some very good trades. Everything went as planned except this here. This one is a loss, so uh, we took it, no problem. But we've banked a lot of trades, so it doesn't matter. Um, this one here, I missed the trade by, let me see, 14 pips if I recall. What the hell is happening? Sorry, man. It's fucking ridiculous. 14 pips. Um, so no issue with that. I think this trade is still valid, but it kind of took, it went exactly what I wanted to. So I think I will call this a missed trade. I'll put the text here. Missed. So you can see, as I promised, I will write everything down. I took some profits here at 360. Um, it was right before ECB, and then it went down. So we've banked this 3R trade. It's very good. In terms of policy, um, we saw that three members of the ECB thought that 50 basis points was enough, while the others said 75 basis points. Um, the thing is that we see a pivot, a shift in central banks, and they start to pivot because they think they are hiking too aggressively. So if you look at Bank of Canada, they actually um, didn't raise as expected. So and the dollar was selling, right. Actually, yields were cooling off because now the market thinks that the Fed will pivot also. Well, I will be damned if they won't. At least at this meeting, probably they won't. But with midterms coming and everything, uh, I don't know what to say. But they've always been independent, right? Uh, Trump was like calling, tried to fire Jerome Powell and stuff like that, and Powell still did what he had to do, right? I think Powell is a very smart man, so he will know what to say. He's always kind of evasive, so be careful at his wording. Everyone is like starting to think that he will turn dovish in his talk. Everything from now, it really depends on the Fed. There is like a slight shift in Bank of Japan's policy, but it's not a pivot. It's same old stuff. Uh, I don't know what to say. Here we've banked some really good trades. We could have taken another short here, but there is so much uncertainty with this one, then I would rather stay away. Also, we had China intervention. I think India intervened in the market also, so that's why we kind of see the dollar selling. But in terms of fundamentals, nothing has changed for the dollar. We swept this low as expected, and then up. Um, if we're gonna continue down, if we're building for the next leg down, is definitely gonna be at 107. There is literally nothing here that will hold this dollar sell off. But be very cautious here. That's why I'm kind of like not taking too many trades. Sorry, I'm not taking too much risk. Um, Normally I go for 0.5, 0.75, but since this volatility started, my positions were down to 0.25, 0.5. uh, but the last week I really pushed it, so I've made some really really good returns. This one here was still valid if I just held it. Unfortunately, I closed it here, and the rest was at break even. It hit break even, and now it's coming down. I think it will probably. I wrote here booked only 2 hour, so it will probably go and we will book 5.6 R. I think it can go down harder, even here. Um, but I will just leave this one here for the sake of the trade. See if I'm an idiot or not. Um, as I said many times, yields were expected to kind of like come back. As you can see, RSI has been very, very overbought, and we had this one like in the 80s, right? This type of RSI. So, yeah, this is like different stuff, man. But in terms of where we are, we've kind of hit some resistance. If there is another push to 5%, then okay. Inflation is quite sticky, but I think we kind of reached the peak, to be honest. Um, there are people forecasting that the Fed will pivot only in 2024. We'll see about that. I'm not gonna say anything. Australian dollar really gave some good trades and good signals, but I missed some of them, and I took profits too soon on this one, and this one it was an accident, but it's okay. This one is also a missed trade. Um, this one here, I actually thought uh, this pool here, I thought it would be lower, so it wasn't. So it's a missed one also, but probably would have ended in a smaller R trade, right? So let me see if we kind of do like this. Probably I would have taken profits uh, somewhere here. That would have been a 3R trade, but no problem. Okay, it's missed. It is what it is. We will take the next ones. There is a slide. Yeah. This one, I think we entered the range. We'll see if global demand. It's all about global demand here. This has been a fantastic trade. I even called this one. It was a missed one, but I barely trade oil, so no problem. Let's take a look at crypto. Very very good trades. Um, Here, let me let me pull out something. So just to show you like the trades, right? So this one we missed. I thought we would go a bit lower. We didn't. But uh, as I said many times, Bitcoin was lagging and S&P was like going hard. So here I entered this trade I think 3 times. Uh, 2 times I got stopped at break even and a bit below, and one time I took like $18 profit or something like that. Not much. So and then I flipped short on Amazon earnings here. I took a 4-hour trade. So that's it. If this, I'll show you something. Let me how that. Where are you? Here. In terms of Elliott waves, um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is this is a very very clean pattern, but I'm wondering if this was the low. It could be, or it can just sweep this low and push higher, or it can just consolidate here and then push higher again. For now, all I can say is play these ranges. I mean, it's very good to milk these ranges, man. I have been like really really made a lot of money with Bitcoin this month. I had some very very good trades with it. Um, so yeah, that's with Bitcoin. Um, Now it can turn lower. Obviously, we can come back into support here, 19800. So we will see when we reach this area how the price reacts, and we will take a trade based on all these things, right? Okay. Ethereum. Um, Here we had some sort of overshot and then came down. Okay. So now, if I were to kind of like play this range here, I would say it will just sweep again this low here, or probably come into the lows here and then push higher. With with this one, I would say I don't trade it very often, so I would say just be very careful with it. Um, I'm not gonna tell you how to trade this one. It's not. Yeah, it's like I like Bitcoin much better, and because of its low volatility, right? So when I have low volatility, it gives me like these really good entries, and I don't get swept very very often, right? So it gives me these perfect entries on Bitcoin. Stocks, man, I think this one, and we missed this trade here. If it's gonna break this low here, it's gonna be fugly. Um, well, Amazon yesterday, Microsoft, what was Meta, everything plunged, man. So this is barely hanging on a thread, to be honest, at this point. As I said, if this is another leg for the last, if this is a bear market rally and then the next leg is coming down, guys, if this next leg is coming down, it's gonna be freaking brutal. Our next support is in around this area. So from that's still 7%. But I think, um, if we get into a depression, wow, it's gonna the next bear leg is gonna be freaking brutal. The last one, and in this last bear leg, um, when it will re when it will rip lower, like really really hard, uh, that's when you want to kind of sit and be very very patient, because that's when you will make a lot of fucking money and you will buy some really really good stocks and everything. Okay, so all I can say, please be patient. Do not, uh I mean, just we just have to wait for the Fed. I don't know why is this deleted from here. Uh, all we have to do is wait for the Fed. This was the plan for S&P. Unfortunately, um, I didn't get it. So Apple yesterday kind of saved the day, but I don't know how much it saved it. Okay, we have to. I mean, this is very confusing. This one should be down. This one should be up. So, but as you can see, they move in tandem. This one has a bit of more punch into it, and this one is less volatile. Again, that's why I prefer to trade the S&P, because of the volatility. I prefer to have these small pops, and I can bank a lot of nice money here. Okay. It's also because I understand the price action much better here. In terms of the high rates, as we can see, this starts to diminish again. 1 week ago was at 95%. This 2 days ago, 92.5. Um, and now these are the odds for a terminal rate of 3.75. I think, as I said, I think the Fed, if they start to pivot, uh, it's gonna be a very nice rally in all the risk assets across the board. In terms of what we have today on the calendar, the London session will be quite busy, and and this is what we have to look for. Where is the University of Michigan? Okay, here. If this one comes in lower, expect a short-term sell of the dollar, right? So we will see at 5 o'clock my time when this comes out, if the consumer is strong or not. This is something that the Fed looks at because it's a leading indicator, and shows personal consumer confidence in the economy. Okay. Um, so let's see where the market takes us today. I don't have too many trades on going on. Um, that's why I prefer to be a bit patient, um, and not kind of. I think we have to get ready for the next big opportunity in the market, and if we get uh, if we get a hawkish Fed, I will probably sell this a lot. I will sell it all the way here back to the lows. So, with everything said, I wish you a very, very good day and a great weekend. Don't party too hard because we will be busy next week. Enjoy some time. Here it's actually quite nice. It's very, very hot. It's 22 degrees. So probably I'll go outside and do some yard work and call it a day. Have a great, great weekend, guys.